Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. Start to their day, at least. With that being said, let's get into the TA. First things first, I'm going to hit this for all of us.
It's easy.
There you go. All right, guys, I'm typically not, completely on the wrong side ever. It's been a very, very, very long time since I actually know the last time I was completely on the wrong side and I just didn't switch. All right, it was over here. It was literally right here, and then I don't remember where it was, but I ended up I was like, okay, this thing ain't stopping. I was short into this. Then he broke here. It was on one of these two candlesticks. I was like, okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. This thing's about to skyrocket. We're pushing all-time highs. Now, do I know you're pushing all-time highs? No, all right? That's not what we're going to talk about in this video. What we're going to talk about in this video is this whole mess we got going on over here. You see this red circle? That's why I'm making this video so early today, because nothing's going to change. The people need to know the info, and the info ain't going to change, so let's get it out to you as early as possible. Now, if you have been following along with the channel, I am going to say right now, you know where you're looking for a rejection. All right, it's right here in this GP, this golden pocket, this 0.618 to 0.786, whatever you want to call it. We're going to call it the golden pocket here on this channel. I think I've done a very good job at demonstrating, all right, why these things should be in our analysis. And that is why I'm going to keep them in the analysis. You can see right here, we have a shooting star printing off of the golden pocket. It is probably, unless, like, discluding all speculation from Apple, which I'm going to say right now, I do think we're going to see a downside move coming out of Apple, but we have two scenarios here on SPY to go over that depend on Apple. All right, so speculation or not, we are covering both scenarios in this video. But the first thing I want to do so I can maybe declutter my chart here, all right, is I want to point out the importance, the significance of this little red circle we got going on right here, which we can actually make that a little bit tighter there. All right, it's right there. That is where I'm looking for rejection. All right, first things first, let's declutter this trend line. Well, declutter the chart by removing the trend line. You're from October 2022 low, which keep in mind, we were saying, hey, this low in October looks very similar to what we got going on over here, right? Right here, right there, right? Very similar. Fear and greed index all the way at extreme fear. You hit 17 over here. You hit 24 over here. All right, same conditions we had at all of these prior lows, major lows, might I add. You also had the divergence going on. You also had IWM's weekly RSI coming over here at major support, being at 32. This don't make sense. All right, I don't care, I really don't care. Unless you're going to see a crash, you are going to see it get bought up. And we still haven't seen a rate cut, so I'm just going to say right now, I think a crash is still off the table for the time being. I'm just saying, you could say we just crashed, but, let's just take a look at this. Well, that was a 10% pullback. Have we seen these 10% pullbacks before? Man, have we? All right, there's your 10% pullback. Oh, we have another one. And there's your almost 10% pullback. All right, they happen. Okay, I'm not going to call it a crash. A crash is that. A crash is that. Where in a few weeks' time, you are completely dying. You're falling 20%. All right. Do we hit that criteria here? Fell 35% within a few weeks. Do we hit that criteria here? I know it took 2 months, but you almost fell 20% straight down to the 200 weekly moving average, which, by the way, for long-term investors, that is where you want to be buying. If you were to see it right down here at 390, if you saw a spike coming down here, you better be, doing everything you possibly can to buy that dip. I'm serious. Even over here, I understand this was during your crash. And guess what? You still recovered within a few weeks. And that was the best financial decision you could have made for your whole life. All right. That was that. We're probably going to get more of these opportunities. And guess what, guys? Since we only improve here on this channel as we keep going, more reps under our belt. Guess what? We're going to catch these things. We're going to be talking about them as the massive moves like that are going down. Just like you got this going on over here. SPY is currently at 427. You do have this trend line of resistance right there that aligns with a circle. Now let's come back over to the daily time frame. What do we also have? We have the golden pocket. What do we also have? Let's declutter this so we can really, so we talked about the golden pocket. You have that. You have trend line resistance right here. Downtrend, down sloping trend line resistance. Okay, we can declutter the chart with that. So we have that in this circle right here. We have uptrend, up sloping broken trend line resistance. It would just be a back test. I can almost guarantee you're gonna get some sort of selling going on there, unless Apple completely gaps you up with a major gap up and you end up coming above it into the zone, which then I am still looking for rejection, and then we're looking at something like that. All right, but from that point, we talked about this in yesterday's video. Well, what does that set you up for? Like, we have bullish structure going on here out the wazoo, and I don't know how you're looking at these charts and saying, oh, yeah, there's a lot more downside. There could be more downside, but we're going to get that upside first. We're going to finally get a move like that. We're going to finally probably get a move like this. I can't guarantee nothing, all right? We're probably going to see a move like that. We're probably going to see a move like that. Does it take, 2 to 4 weeks? Yeah, probably. It's going to take some time. Things aren't going to go straight up, but guess what? All right, I think it was very clear that we got our signal bar. It's actually over here on, did I say that in yesterday's video or the day before that? All right. I think it was in yesterday's video, because before that I was like, okay, guys, be cautious into this event. Market participants are sitting on the sideline. You have this declining volume, which I'll actually bring up meta right here. This kind of, someone just requested this one over on tick request, and I just want to point out right here. Bear trap right here. Underneath, you swept the low right there. Boom, you popped right back above it the next day. You do have, I told the guy to be, right here, to be cautious on upside. Why? All right, because you do have this whole move up is just off of decreasing volume, whereas the move down was off of increasing volume. But then a reason for that could be because shorts are just getting squoze here slowly, and that could be what, well, it's pretty quick, but it's not as quick as over here. And here you had that increasing volume. All right, over here you have decreasing volume. What does that tell me? We probably are seeing this movement because shorts are just getting squoze. But it does also set you up with some bullish structure going on. You literally have this inverse head and shoulders over here. So be bullish on the pullback. Plus, you broke out through your trend line up here. All right, you have that bottom one. You broke it with this day. So you knew this day was probably going to come if you were watching this ticker and you're charting like me. There's that. But then you're also stalling out right here at that. Okay, so I'm just saying, guys, this thing is setting up to be, decently explosive to the upside. You're probably going to see this high again. All right. I can't guarantee anything, but be bullish on the pullback. All right. But you want to see low volume on the pullback, and then we want to see volume finally roll in, because that's actual buyers. That's what I was pointing out there. If we had a lot of volume here, that would mean, people are bullish on this thing. It's getting bought up. But right now, I think it's just, shorts feeling the pain. Just pointing that one out. All right. But over here, you had it getting bought up. And then you have a follow through day, a gap up right into where we are looking for, sellers to step in here. We're coming into 429.88, guys. I think we're probably going to hit that level. Now, I don't know how this is going to go down. I don't know which way here it's going to happen, because we have Apple tomorrow. We have Apple today after the bell. I'm actually just going to point out right now, you have so many tickers up like 20% right now. You have Shop up 21%. And first things first, TLT. I'm actually going to point that one out right there. All right, so let me actually, I'll gloat about that a little bit. All right, I literally just posted that before and after picture right there. All right, right there. TLT, heaviest volume in history yesterday, and now has a bullish divergence on the monthly, weekly, and daily RSI. Just would like a signal candlestick that selling is slowing, like a doji, or better yet, a hammer. Or an island bottom would be perfect, all right? And calls for December, because you didn't know this thing was going to keep dying, all right? But now let's actually go over what has happened on that daily time frame. What did we get the following day? We got the signal that, things were slowing. And then you got a bullish engulfing. Now, was I watching this? No, I completely forgot about this guy, all right? You know what? What hasn't changed is you do still have this bullish divergence on the monthly time frame. On the weekly time frame, you have a triple bullish divergence going from here to here and then here to here. All right, that's what marked your last major low over here, was a bullish divergence. You ended up having a decent rebound there. That's a $12 move. Oh, what over here? All right, you also over there reach oversold territory. Then you're looking, it looks so similar. It really does. All right, over here, guys, it looks pretty solid to me. I'm just going to put that out there. But on the daily time frame in particular, all right, I don't know if you're just going to push straight up here. I would be bullish on the pullback. All right, you get a pullback. Classic break and retest. Break and retest will make you rich over the years, guys. I am a firm believer in that one. All right. But TLT, guys, I think this, be bullish on those pullbacks. I think this is something that is going to provide a lot of upside. I think it's not going to call it free money, but hey, you buy, year out leaps, you're probably going to catch a really nice move to the upside. It's probably going to be something like that. This is a $10 move right there. It's almost 15 bucks. You're probably going to be catching something like that over the coming months. All right, just something I'll put on your radar. Okay, but yeah, let's see before and after. What happened before that post? What happened after? Before and after, spinning top. Oh, look at that. What happened? All right, there was that. Oh, we got another one before and after. Oh, look at that. All right, MU until this range breaks. This was puts at the top. Is that what I said? Where did I see it? I know I said it. All right, but until that happens, calls at the bottom and puts at the top. All right, well, let's come over here to MU. Oh, yeah, baby. Puts at the top, calls at the bottom. There you go, buddy. There you go. All right, guys. Like I told you in yesterday's video, guys, put together your watch list. Make sure they have, make sure when you're putting together this watch list, not just stocks you like, it's stocks that you can find in the past. They have consistent, structures that you can play. Consistent, there has to be some sort of setup that consistently happens here. Here, we got a ton of setups over here on MU. I love this ticker. All right. Have I played this ticker in a while? No. All right. Oh, Tesla came right down to her support. Oh, look at that. Bounced. All right. Back to SPY, guys. All right. Back to, using our crystal ball here, because now we're going to talk about some speculation. All right. So, yes, I am expecting rejection out of this zone right here. Unless Apple is going to get you a sick, nasty gap, and you're going to gap right up above here. We're going to come to 436 tomorrow. All right. You got to see a real big fat nasty beat over there on Apple, or maybe not even a beat. Maybe it misses and market participants just gap it up 5%. I don't know, but you're going to want to see a big move if this is going to go out. All right, and then from that scenario, we're looking like this. You're looking for a break and reclaim. You're breaking this 429.88 now resistance, previous support. You want to reclaim that as support. All right, but effectively, if you gap above this golden pocket, I say I don't care. This dip's getting bought up. Whether it's going to be down here, whether it's going to be right here, and then you're going to come back up here. All right. And then, like I said, you're going to have that bullish structure. That is how that would look. All right. But let's just take a step back and let's say that doesn't happen at all. Let's say Apple actually trades flat or you trade down. Well, since I'm looking for rejection on the zone, all right, I'm looking for the pullback over here. All right. Right where we broke out from. All right. Don't even mind this fib right here. Let's take this off. All right. Keep in mind the golden pocket's right there, though. Gotta keep that one in mind. All right. That's why we're looking for rejection in the first place. You have a lot of confluence here in the zone. All right. But what are you going to have down here? You're going to have this 200 daily moving average. You're going to have previous structure that you just broke to the upside out of. You gapped up. So, that's two reasons right there to get buyers stepping in. All right. What do we also have? All right. I know it's going to, again, be sloppy, but I mean, again, with this bullish structure going on, you're going to have something like that. And I understand that doesn't even look pretty at all. I'm just pointing out, you will have, all right, you call it an inverse head and shoulders all you want, you're going to have a higher low. And then you break out to the upside, you have a full-on trend change, and we could literally be looking for, a decent move back up. As of right there, you had a trend change. Guess what? That was an $8 move to be played. All right. You picking up what I'm putting down here, You see what I'm saying? All right, guys, right here, continuation on this breakout. Well, that was a decent move to play up there as well. All right, right there, you knew. All right, trend is now backed up, guaranteed. All right, why? Because you had that. All right, you had that. You broke out there, higher low, higher high. Right here on that candlestick, all right? So these are the things that I am going to be watching for. I think one of these two scenarios is going to play out. It really is going to depend on Apple. Yes, we're building speculation into the analysis. But like I said in yesterday's video, it's educated speculation. All right, that's real. I think it was in yesterday's video. It was yesterday's or the day before that. All right, guys. Now, as far as QQQ goes, we have the same exact thing going on. You have the golden pocket, and that golden pocket aligns with your resistance right here. I'll actually put I think it's an A+ setup on your map. All right, let me do that real quick because I'm going to point out tech is not helping SPY right now. It is really not. Now, you might wonder, Henry, why do you have this alert? I have this alert because I'm going to buy this dip. All right, guys, if I get the opportunity here, I'm going to buy this break and retest here, which actually, I mean, it is this whole thing. All right, you have filled that gap, but we're going to make this right here, right? So you want to be buying. I'm still going to have my alert there just so I'm watching. All right, and then we can have another one right here. Let's that. We'll make another one. All right. Get ready alert, buy alert. Okay, that is the game plan. Why do you buy right here? Well, you had a double bottom. We spoke about this before it actually happened. we definitely did here on this channel, all right? The other day when I went over all the tickers in the long video, guess what? Or maybe that was yesterday. I don't even know. All right. I don't know. I know for a fact Amazon was on my radar before, before this breakout, though. All right. Keep in mind, all right, you had this double bottom, you broke out. Buyers are extremely likely to step in right here on the back test. Or you come all the way up here and then you back test. Either way, I'm looking for the back test. I don't think you're just going to go straight up. All right. Keep in mind, I'm bullish. I think we're getting a full-on move to the upside here, right? You can see right here, SPY doesn't even want to pull back. QQQ? Yeah, that thing's a dying dog right now. It's not helping. All right. But, you know, in reality, okay, once Apple is over, you know, things are be looking pretty good. And Apple is either going to push up here, reject off this trend line. Like, it's so easy. This speculation is really easy on my part. All right. Why? You're going to have resistance here. If you get a gap up, not only are you going to gap above your, you know, out of this giant falling wedge that I put on your radars literally a few days ago. All right. Then, you know, you get bullish on that back test. Whether it be here or here, you have two buy locations. You're bullish on the back test. This thing has taken months to play out or to form here. Now we're going to see it play out. It's probably going to take a while. But, you know, guys, this is bullish structure going on. All right. Either you get rejection here, all right, and Apple gaps you down, and you're going to probably come and flip this 200 daily moving average over at 170, or you're going to get the gap above this resistance here, above your downsloping trendline resistance, and probably up here, all right, above 180, and then you're bullish on that back test, or you don't get a back test, and you just come straight up to 190, which is going to be the next area of support up here, guys. But yeah, you get a 5% move, guys. Look at $10 if you close the day out right here at trendline resistance, all right, coming up here, okay, and a 5% move on Apple is going to move the market. Let's just look over here. So this was, you know, Apple went down 5%. That was on August 4th, right? August 4th. Well, what happened on SPY on August 4th? We're also going to check out whatever it was. We're going to check out right here, right? So you had a, you know, okay, it actually doesn't look too bad, but let's see what happened to QQQ. All right, because you gapped up with the Apple did not get any of that love, the gap up love there, and then fade all day. No, Apple just gapped down and faded all day. All right. Regardless, you get an upside move like the one I just spoke about over here on Apple, you're going to see the market move in a very positive direction, okay? Or a very positive manner, I should say. You get a gap down, it's going to do what we spoke about over here on SPY, all right? You're probably just going to come and back test over here. You have the 200 daily moving average there. You have this previous, you know, resistance now. It should flip as support there, okay? Things aren't looking too bad. Now, coming back over here to IWM for any IWM traders, all right? I'm looking for rejection somewhere in here. I don't know where it's going to be. Maybe you get above it, all right? But, you know, I'm not convinced as of right now. I'll tell you that right now. Over here on the weekly chart, we could see this is where you held up, all right? You also had the daily RSIs, you know, looking with a divergence at all of these occurrences. All right, literally every single one. That is why, you know, guys, when you see these things, you talk about things, all right? I'm going to bring it back to the meme I shared with the channel weeks ago. Friends don't let friends short at a daily RSI of 30, all right? Hate on the RSI indicator all you want. The RSI has done me very well. I don't think you need much. You need to know candlesticks. You need to know how to read price action. You need to know the psychology behind the candlesticks. And then guess what? Volume, and then pick your indicator. I say, stick with a moving average, stick with your whatever it's called, your RSI. Now, let me do you one better as well here. We're going to put on one more indicator, which is going to be the 20 daily moving average. All right, so on my Webull, I have all the daily moving averages up. Well, not just daily. I have all my moving averages, the 20, the 50, the 100, the 200. All right. Guess what? Let me change this. Let me change the color. I know it's the same exact color. I got confused there too. Guess what? You're right there on it. Over here on IWM, QQQ, you're above it. That's a good thing. SPY, you're above it. If you don't get a reversal candlestick today to the downside, then this ain't looking too bad. All right. And then guess what we're looking for then? We're going to look for a back test of this. We're looking for sellers to step in. We're going to look for you to flip that 20 moving average, just like you did over here. Even if it's going to be one last bounce like that, I think it's probably going to happen. All right. And then you're going to come back up here. Look at that. Broke it. Came back to retest. There was your long opportunity right there. All right, guys. These opportunities around the corner. Guess what? Broke under it. You got your, you know, that's a decent move down there. All right. Decent move down again. All right, bounce off 20 DMA, 20 DMA. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see a commonality between what I am showing you and what we are seeing right now? All right. It can go pretty similar to what we're talking about. Again, educated speculation. That is what we're doing. Oh, what happened? You broke and retested. And then you retest it again. Like, this is what I'm talking about. You're going to get buyers stepping in at the 20 MA if we can get a daily close over it. That is what I want to see. All right. If you're a bull, that is what you want to see. All right, guys. I think we've pretty much in detail covered what we were paying attention to here. I think it's pretty solid. I'll just do a before and after of this. Now, before, until literally today, I had an arrow right here going from that red box up to this red box. You've definitely surpassed this. You're coming for this fair value gap all the way up here, which I'll actually point out right now. SPY. Was it SPY? No, not SPY. ES and Q. It was NQ. NQ has a fair value gap all the way up here that you just slightly missed. All right. Are we heading up there? And guys, look at this. It just gets even more bullish. All right. Things just look too good right now. It doesn't matter if you pull back. It's going to be a bullish pullback. I'll be bullish on the pullback. And then I'm going to ride that bad boy up. All right. If we get a big sell coming into December and there's no Santa rally, that's fine. I think we're still going to see a really big rally. All right. I think, we've had months of selling. I've painted out too many different ways here. I think the picture should be extremely obvious now. All right. With that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.